Hey out there, and welcome to day 19 of our 30 days of yoga. I'm Kate, and I'm super glad that you're here. So today's practice is going to be a slightly more challenging vinyasa. Nothing too bonky, so don't get scared, but we have taken it easy the last couple of days. So we're going to try to pick up the pace a bit today with our crisscross practice. Ooh, it makes you want to jump, doesn't it? Grab a couple of blocks, find a quiet spot, roll out your mat. Maybe we'll dance, but we probably won't. Let's do this. All right, you made it. So let's start on our backs. Take a moment, feet flat, arms out to the sides. You can take your feet wide, let your knees bonk in toward each other. Take a breath or two here. Start to relax the weight of your body into the floor, and as you do, bring your attention to your breath. All right, and you're going to let your knees drop over to the right. You got it. Slide up through the middle and drop them over to the left. And then bring them back up through the middle. You're gonna bring your feet a little bit closer together. Take your right leg, cross it all the way over the left. So you've got your thighs crossing, and then you're gonna pull your knees in, come into a Supta Gomukhasana. So you're gonna spread your heels away from each other, grab your shins or your ankles, whatever feels good. Try to relax your shoulders into the floor. Flex your feet and feel that outer right hip slide away from you. And just breathe. Whew. That outer right hip start to open up a bit here. Gorgeous. And now you're gonna let your left foot come to the floor, arms come right alongside your body, and we're gonna go into a bridge with those legs still crossed, just as they are. Lift those hips. Feel your tailbone lengthen out, and try to keep your hip points as level as you can here. And when you exhale, you're gonna set your hips right back down onto the floor. Keep your legs as they are. Take your arms, stretch them up. And now you're gonna wrap the right arm underneath the left. Bend your elbows, and we're gonna wrap here. She says. All right, feel your shoulder blades settle into the floor. And you're gonna lift your elbows away from your chest. Take your fingertips and stretch them back behind you. And you can draw your chin down toward your chest. Bring your head back to neutral. Bring your elbows back toward your chest. And you're gonna feel your low belly drag in toward your spine. So you can feel your back body really press into the floor. And then you're gonna keep that action through your core and lift your feet up off the mat. So now we're here in this reclining eagle. Take a breath. When you exhale, elbows and knees are going to tap. Inhale, relax. Elbows and knees. Keep it going. And release. Every exhale, you can feel your belly button drag a little deeper in, and we squeeze. I can't count. I think we're at 5. We're going to 10. Here's 7. If you start to get tired, you can just move the knees in. 8, right? Don't have to even lift. 9, one more. Squeeze it in. Release yourself down. You're gonna take your arms out to the sides. Those legs still crossed. You can drop them over to the right, and then slide your gaze to the left. Inhale it back up through center. Drop that left foot to the floor. Bring your right leg into a half happy baby. Yes. Yep, that's it. And then right foot to the floor. You guessed it, left leg's gonna cross all the way over. Pull those knees in. Flex your feet. Start to feel your heels move away from each other like you were drawing a smiley face. I don't know. It made sense in my head, but as soon as I said it, it stopped making sense. Feel your shoulders relax. And as you soften any tension in your jaw, your neck, you can feel that outer left hip pull away from your armpit. Ooh. Okay, and you're gonna take that right foot, drop it to the floor. Arms come alongside, shoulder blades in, press into that right heel, and you're gonna lift your hips. So we're in this cross-leggy goofball of a thing here. It's all good. Feel your tailbone lengthen, and those hip points stay as level as you can make them. Inhale. When you exhale, set it back down. Keep your foot on the floor here, take your arms, reach them up. And now that left arm's gonna wrap under, and we find eagle here. Take a moment, feel your elbows pull gently away from your chest, fingertips stretch back behind you. You can drop your chin in gently. All right, and then come back with those elbows a little closer to your chest. So then you can regroup through your core. Pull your belly button in. Feel where your back body might have lifted gently as we did this, and see if you can anchor it back down. Okay, and then you're gonna lift your feet off the mat, and we're gonna do 10 of these puppies. You can do them with your head down, knees drag in, or you can lift them all up, elbows to knees. Here we go, 1. Exhale, pull it in. And I'll count this time, in my head at least. Keep it going, we're halfway there. Three more. 3, 2, last one. Drop your right foot. Take a second, let your arms come out to the sides. Oh, and let those knees fall over to the left. Oh, that's glorious. You can slide your gaze to the right. Inhale it up through the middle. Right foot to the mat, left leg's gonna come into a happy baby. All right, and then drop both knees in. Gonna roll along the length of your spine. You can make it fun. It's one of my favorite parts. And we're gonna roll all the way up and come on into table. And take a beat or two here to kind of shift around. All right, and then some cat and cow. Inhale, you can arch your back. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, feel your chest stretch forward. And exhale, tuck that tailbone. Take your gaze towards your knees. One more. All right, and back through your table. Right leg's gonna go straight back behind you. Tuck your toes, push through your heel. All right, and then float this right leg up. Take a breath. When you exhale, you're gonna pull your knee in super close, and then take this right leg, cross it in front of the left. So your thighs touch, okay? And you're pressing down through that right shin. Left leg's gonna lift. Take it back. Drag it in, same thing. You're gonna cross it in front. Walk your hands forward. Take that right leg, kick it back. Drag it in and cross. Keep it going, left leg goes back. We're traveling to the top of the mat. Don't panic. Right leg goes. Drag it in and cross. One more to the left, kick it back. Drag it in and cross. We're gonna end at the top or nearest the top of the mat with that right leg on top. Boom, we're here, right? Take your feet, bring them out, and you're gonna sit your weight back on your heels. If this feels impossible because there's tightness here or it pulls at your knee, grab one of your blocks and you can sit up on one of your blocks. It's all good, right? Wherever you land, on the block or on the floor, feel your sitting bones root back. You're gonna lengthen up and just start to walk your chest forward. Feel your sitting bones pull gently back, right? So you've got this right side tugging back a little bit. And then walk your hands back underneath you, come on up. You're gonna take your right hand out to the side, walk it away, and then this left arm's gonna come up and alongside your ear. So you get a nice lean over to the side. Feel that left side sitting bone root back down. And then take your left elbow to your right knee, gonna lift through your chest, and maybe those palms can press. Here we go. Exhale, release. Gonna walk your hands forward. Here's what we like to call the yoga party trick. Okay, so we're gonna take it easy here. Come on forward like we were before in our crisscrossy table. Tuck your toes. You're gonna lift your knees. So now we're here and you're like, what is supposed to happen here? You're gonna keep the balls of your feet rooted, walk your hands to the left, and we're gonna pivot on the balls of your feet until you face that short end of the mat, but it's the back end of the mat. And we're wide leg, nice easy fold. Soften your knees and shift gently side to side. Oh yeah, is good. Then you're gonna gaze forward, walk your hands forward, and come into a plank. Set those feet back behind you. Inhale, and if you're lucky, you get to lower all the way down into dog feet. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Maybe cobra or upward facing dog. And then pull it back again, downward facing dog. I'm gonna take that right leg, lift it up, kick it back, inhale. When you exhale, step that right foot up between your thumbs. And you can help it along if you need it. Drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana, press into that right foot, sweep your arms out, and reach them up. And as those fingertips reach up to the sky, you can feel the tops of your shoulders soften down. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Ardha Hanuman, pull your hips back. Work to straighten that right leg. And you can use blocks here underneath your hands if this hamstring feels super tight. Here we go, we're gonna rock it forward, step it back again, downward facing dog. Take a breath in your down dog, feel those hands root down, feel your heels press back. You're gonna drop those knees to the mat, find your table. Here we are, left leg is gonna stretch back behind you. Tuck your toes, push through that heel. All right, float that left leg up. You guessed it, when you exhale, left knee is gonna pull in and you're gonna drag it in front of the right one. A right leg kicks back, pull it in, and cross. Ooh. Walk those hands forward, make room if you need to. Left leg goes, and we scrunch it through. Right leg, we're going to the top of the mat, remember. So keep it going. Right into the dog feet of death. You're gonna make it to the top of the mat. And when you do, you want that left leg on top. Spread your heels. And now that your block is 8 million miles away and you can grab it if you need it, stick it right underneath your tush. Did I just say tush? I did, I'm sorry. Ooh, regretted that as soon as it came out. You're gonna lengthen up and fold. Sitting bones press back. Try to relax your shoulders. And walk your hands underneath you. You're gonna take that left hand out to the side, sweep your right arm up and alongside your ear, root that right sitting bone down as you stretch up through your fingertips. Inhale. When you exhale, this right elbow is gonna come to your knee. Lengthen up, and maybe those palms can press. If it feels like it's too much, you can always just grab a hold of your knee and find the twist here. If those palms want to press, feel your chest lift toward your thumbs and spin it out. Indeed. Come back through the middle. Yoga party trick, here we come. Shift it forward, plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift your knees. Okay, so look at your feet. Balls of the feet are gonna stay rooted, but we're gonna pivot. So walk right. Keep going, keep going, keep going, till you end up kind of towards the back of your mat, and we're facing the front end again. Thank goodness we're back. Walk your hands forward. Find your table. Your plank. Take a breath in. When you exhale, lower through a vinyasa if you want it. And downward facing dog, pull it back. Take that left leg, lift it up, stretch it behind you. Exhale, step it up between those thumbs. Drop your back knee, inhale, reach it out, stretch it up. You got it, exhale, hands to the floor. Ardha Hanuman, slide your hips back, pull your toes away from the mat, and feel your heel root down. Work those hips to square. And you're gonna rock it forward, step back again, downward facing dog. Okay? All right, your right leg's gonna lift. Kick it up and stretch it back. You're gonna take your right foot and step it in front of the left, like a little bit forward and across. Okay? Left leg's gonna lift. Same thing, drag it in, step it a little bit forward and across. And we're gonna walk to the top of the mat. Boom. Just like we did before, but now we're on the feet. When you get to the top of the mat, you wanna land in an Uttanasana with that right foot crossed over on top of the left one. So now we're here. You can soften your knees. You can grab your blocks. You're gonna walk your hands over to the right. Feel that outer left hip pull away a little. Oh yeah, he's good. Yeah, okay. And then back through center. This is gonna sound super crazy, but we're gonna do it. You're gonna soften your knees a little bit, take your gaze forward, and we're gonna come up to stand as best we can with those legs crossed. Reach your arms out, stretch them up. Flip your palms outward now, and you're gonna take your right wrist behind your left. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Don't panic. You're gonna lengthen it up and then take a lean over to the right. Inhale it up through the middle. Exhale, release, and we're gonna fold again. Soften your knees as you go if you need it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold, and now we're gonna bend your knees, let them open up, and take a seat all the way down. So this right shin is crossing in front of the left. Inhale here. When you exhale, we're gonna fold it all the way down. Beautiful. Walk your hands back underneath you. You're gonna shift your weight back toward your sitting bones. And let's find a boat. You can grab the backs of your thighs if you want. Let your shoulders roll in. Feel your chest lift. You can bring your palms to prayer. You can reach your hands out. You can straighten your legs. You can do all the things. It's up to you. Take a breath here. When you exhale, we're gonna cross one foot in front of the other. Plant your hands, step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, find your plank. Exhale, lower it down through your vinyasa. Okay, left leg's gonna lift and do that same kind of grapevine walk, right? So left leg lifts up, walk it across and in front of the right. Lift that right leg, walk it across. Left leg's gonna cross. Keep it going. We're taking that long, windy journey into the top of your mat. When you end, you'd like that left ankle crossed over in front of the right. Give yourself a moment to fold here. You've got your blocks if you want them. Then walk your hands over to the left. Feel that right sitting bone drag back behind you, just a hair. That right outer hip wraps away. Back through center, here we go. Soften those knees just a bit, gaze forward. Feel your weight move back behind you a little. We're gonna come all the way up to stand. Sweep those arms out, reach them up. Flip your palms outward, left wrist comes behind the right. Scoop your tailbone. There's gonna be some wibble wobble through your lower half, it's okay. Lengthen up, and then nice lean to the left. Inhale it up through center. Exhale, we fold. Soften those knees as you go. Halfway lift. And then fold again, bend your knees, take a seat. Left shin hopefully is in front, lengthen up, and let's do it. Walk those hands forward. Oh. Okay, here we go. Walk your hands underneath you. Come on up. Shift your weight back into your sitting bones. We're gonna bring it up into a boat. Shoulders back, feel your low back drawing an up, nice long spine here, and you can feel your belly working. Yeah. This is where we dance? Is this where we dance? I don't know. Maybe it is. All right, one more breath here. You got it. We're gonna cross your feet in front. Roll over those knees. Downward facing dog. Move it back again. Oh, yes. Pedal out your feet. All right, here comes the fun part. Take your left leg, and you're gonna lift your left leg up and kick it back behind you. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Give yourself a moment here to open up. Oh, okay. Square it off again, down dog split. You're gonna cross that left leg behind your right one. Both feet, or balls of your feet, are on the floor. You're gonna keep that gaze back and walk your hands back to meet your feet. And fold. Oh, yes. Inhale, halfway lift. We should have brought the blocks with us. It's okay. Exhale and fold. You'll see if you want them. You're gonna shift your weight into your right foot. Kick your left leg straight back behind you. Standing split. Ooh. Press the floor away. I'm gonna work a little bit here. So you wanna push evenly through both heels. Yes. We got this. Okay. Now, you're gonna take your gaze slightly forward. Walk your hands forward. Drag your left knee into your chest, and you're gonna step your left foot forward into a Parsvottanasana. So it might be a really small step, and that's okay. You want your left foot like maybe halfway up the mat. Gonna press into both feet. If you want your blocks here, go ahead and grab them. Pull that outer left hip back and just fold. Little pyramid pose for you. Kick energy back through both heels, and you want to feel these hips as square as possible. And that's hard to figure out while you're here and upside down, and you can't really see back there, but you can kind of play with what feels right-ish, okay? Take another breath, maybe two. This is a worthwhile place to hang. And then you're gonna gaze forward, soften that front knee, shift your weight forward, press into that left foot. You're gonna come into standing split on this left side and play with it here a little bit. Notice where your hips go, what feels good in the hips. Press evenly through both feet. This right leg just wants to kind of be like, I don't wanna be here. But kick back through that right heel. You're there, you might as well be there. Inhale. When you exhale, hands walk forward. You're gonna drag this right knee in, step your right foot up, find your Parsvottanasana on this side. Look, the blocks are here. If you want them, grab them. Scissor those inner thighs. Notice if you feel like you're dumping in this right hip. Ooh, try to kind of lift out of it. Feel your right side lift away from the top of your thigh instead of sinking down. Make some space. And then soften that right knee. You're gonna shift your weight forward. Standing split on this right leg. Okay, here we go. From this standing split, we're gonna take this right knee, bend it a little bit. We're gonna come into warrior three, palms in prayer, right? So feel your kind of push your weight back toward your heels a bit. Shoulder blades come in and fingers Come off the floor, hands come into prayer. And then make your way up, find your tree. Ooh. If your gaze is still on the floor, see if you can lift it up. Sweep your left knee straight forward. We're gonna wrap this left leg around and come into eagle legs here. Sink your hips back. Arms can stay right here in prayer, or you can bring those arms into cactus, take the left arm underneath the right. Wrap. And breathe. Remember, you are here. You've been here before already today. It's just a slightly different configuration. Press into that right foot. Inhale. We're going to release the cross of the arms, the legs. Kick that left foot forward and then step it straight down. Inhale, lengthen up. Whew, exhale and fold. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog. Walk it back. Inhale, rock forward, find your plank. Exhale, move through your vinyasa, or you can hold plank. Oh, drag it back. All right, this right leg's gonna lift. Inhale, kick it up and back. Bend your knees, stack your hip. Stretch it straight back behind you. Now that right foot's gonna cross behind the left. Okay, gaze back at those feet. Hands are gonna walk back to meet them and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Press into this left foot. Kick your right leg straight back behind you, standing split. And notice if you're kind of dumping in the hips again, right? Press the floor away. Get strong through that inner right thigh, strong down through that left leg. Inhale. When you exhale, we're gonna take this right foot. You got it. Drag your knee in, step it forward, find your Parsvottanasana. Now you're gonna grab for a block, because we're gonna add on here just a hair. Right, so we've got our Parsvo, we've got our pyramid here. Grab your block if you want it, take it underneath your left hand. Right hand's gonna come to your outer hip. And you can use that right hand to encourage this outer right hip to lengthen away, so you've got a nice long side body. Nice long spine here, roll your top shoulder open. Now my body doesn't twist very well, so I'm gonna keep my hand right here. If you wanna sweep this top arm up, by all means, go for it. It does me no good. When you exhale, you're gonna keep the rotation of your torso, but take your gaze back down to the floor. Soften your right knee. Take this block into your left hand, slide it forward. We're gonna come into a revolved Ardha Chandrasana, revolved half moon. Lengthen. Outer right hip still pulls away. Roll your right shoulder open one more time. Notice if this left leg is like flagging. Lift it up. I know it's really hard, but you've got this. Inhale, exhale and fold, standing splits. Drag that left knee in, and you're gonna step it to the top of the mat, Parsvottanasana, and fold here. Don't worry about what comes next. Just breathe. Just breathe. All right, this is what comes next. The right hand to that block or to the floor. Left hand to your outer left hip. Lengthen out. Nice long spine. Feel yourself start to twist to the left. Notice if your hips want to do weird things. See if you can keep your hips as square as possible. Whew. And maybe that top arm reaches up. Ooh. Not in this body, but maybe in yours. Keep the revolution of your torso revolution. Look down at the floor. Soften that left knee. Slide your right hand forward. Bring the block with you if you want it. Lift that right leg up. So now we're here. Revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Feel this right hip point lift gently as your chest twists to the left. Maybe that left arm reaches up. Maybe it doesn't. And fold, standing split. I know. Here we go, gaze forward, soften that standing leg. We're gonna come on up, warrior three, shoulder blades in. Pull your hands into prayer. You've got this. Come all the way up to stand. Bring this right leg into tree. Tree is a good place, I find a good balance to kind of gather. Soften if you started to harden right through your cheeks and your jaw, your forehead. And then take this right knee, we're gonna sweep it forward, and then just cross your right leg over. You can wrap the toes if the toes wrap. Don't if they don't. You can always bring the toes down to the floor. There's many ways to practice this. Palms can stay in prayer, or we can bring those arms into cactus, wrap that right arm under. Eagle pose. And breathe here. You're gonna sway, you're gonna move, it's gonna be okay. All of it. One more breath. Then press into that left foot, inhale, come on up. We're gonna release it all. Arms, legs, kick that right foot forward, and then step it down. Inhale, ooh, reach it up. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. And downward facing dog, take it back. Yes, indeed. Whew. All right, couple of breaths right here in down dog. Check out your head, your neck. All right, you're gonna drop your knees to the mat. Sweep your feet to one side. Come on down. Stretch your legs out in front. I can do a little walk forward. Oh, that's kind of fun, right? A little butt walk. And then a little walk back. And then walk forward. This is our dance. This is the intermission. Right at the end. Yeah. Okay, and then from here, you're gonna roll all the way down to your back. Oh, drag your knees into your chest. Oh, and rock side to side. Gorgeous. Here we go. Drop those feet to the floor. Bring your arms right alongside your body. A bridge, pure and simple. Press into your feet, lift your hips. Feel your heels root down. The center of the back of your head's gonna press gently, then lengthen your tailbone. Inhale. When you exhale, lower it back down. Two more. You get to do another bridge. You can do a wheel. You can do a supported bridge. You've got anything you want, right? You've got the blocks. You get to pick here. Press into your feet, lift your hips. And you can sneak your arms underneath you for here and bridge. Interlace your fingers. Feel where your arms can root down. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, release those hands if you've got them clasped. Roll it down. All right, if you want to go for a wheel, we didn't do like specific stretches for it, so if you feel a little bit shaky about it, go ahead and skip it and go back into your next bridge. Fingers interlace or not, or grab a block, slide it underneath you. I'm gonna do a wheel just in case anybody out there wants to do a wheel. It's not generally in my practice unless I work on it pretty hard. So let's do it together if you want. Hands are gonna come right alongside your ears, right? Fingertips point back in, elbows hug in, arm bones plug back. Okay, try not to put your hands on your hair. If you've got longer hair, it hurts. You're gonna push into your feet, lift your hips. If you wanna go into bridge, here's your time right now to go into bridge for skip and wheel. If you wanna go into wheel, you're gonna push into those feet, push into your hands, and pop up onto the top of your head. I know, I used to hate it when the teacher said that too. Elbows in, arm bones back. Here we go. Push into those hands, push into those heels, and breathe. Inhale, When you exhale, curl your chin in, set yourself all the way down. Arms can come out to the sides, feet stay wide. Start to windshield wiper your legs. If you're still in bridge, you can slowly now bring yourself down. We'll spend a class in the coming days working on getting into wheel. If you found that really tricksy and really kind of sticky, stay tuned. Okay? All right, let those knees follow all the way over to the right. Take your gaze over your left arm. You can take your right ankle on top of your left thigh and sneak your left arm alongside your ear. Beautiful. Right foot to the floor. Come up through the middle. And drop your legs to the left. Slide your gaze to the right. You can grab that left ankle on top of your right thigh. Take your right arm alongside your ear. Find your breath. Inhale, bring it back up through center. Drag both knees in. Take them wide. Feel your tailbone lengthen so you can feel your low back iron out on the floor. Oh, it feels good. And then rock a little bit. And then grab your outer edges of your feet and find happy baby. If this feels tight and yucky, grab the backs of your thighs or your ankles, right? All right. Pull your knees in. Stretch those legs out. And we rest. Let your arms come out. If you feel like you need anything extra, you can grab those blocks, put them underneath your knees. You can settle into a supported bridge here if that's where you want to end. It's up to you. Just make yourself as comfortable as you can. And once you do, you can close your eyes. Relax into the rhythm of your breath. And as you do, you can scan your body, right? From the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Check in. If there's any place that feels tight or tense or there's holding or you can use your breath to start to smooth it out. And do your best here to stay with the rhythm of your breath and to see if you can step back from thoughts that come up. Try not to get hooked into any one thing in particular, but maybe just witness. You can watch your thoughts move through and notice how they aren't disturbing your calm here. They're simply like clouds in the sky. And feel your breath deepen here. And start to move your fingers and wiggle your toes. And when you're ready, you can hug your knees in. Come to rest on your right side. Press into the strength of your arms and come on up. Find a comfortable seat. And as you settle in, close your eyes for another moment before you step off your mat into whatever comes next. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head and honor this time on your mat, your body and your breath that move you through this practice, and honor the simple fact that you made it here, which is the hardest part. Thanks for spending some of your time with me today. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. And if you're up for it, look for tomorrow's practice, day 20, coming up next. Make it a great day.